Yo, hey, what's going on, everyone? Today, FOMC, I'm gonna do a breakdown of my trade. Um, Hopefully, everyone was safe today. So, on my higher time frame bias, I was leaning bearish, and I'm gonna talk about pretty much everything. I sat through a little bit of drawdown on this one because I saw these down close candles. Um, Pretty much the volume on it, they were going quick. So whenever I saw this up candle, this retracement, I went ahead and entered right there. And I put my stop loss here just because this is the breaker, and we shouldn't disrespect all of this. So I sat through a little bit of drawdown. Then I took partials right here. This was the lunch low. I took it a little bit early, and the reason why is because ES and Dow Jones were so low already that we had created an SMT here. So I took one partial here, and then I moved my stop loss to break even. Then all of these busies here, we closed below it. So I what I did is I combined all of them and I dragged them to the right. So if we were in a sell program, we shouldn't disrespect this. So that's why I moved to break even. If I was wrong, then I'm okay with that because I already took a partial. So I don't care about being wrong. I I want to take money off the table, and if my edge is telling me we're in a sell program, we should respect um, um, the PDRAs that I'm looking at. So then this here is the 9:30 opening. So this low, I use it as another partial. So then that was, if you look here, that was my other partial, the AM low. And then this red line here is the previous day low, and that was my final stop. And then I did take this one early. I took it here, if you can see. I took that one early just because ES and the YM had taken it um, uh, around this time frame up here. I think what time is this? 58. ES and Dow Jones were like all the way down here. So I'm like, that's creating SMT. So I got a little bit nervous. Not gonna lie, I moved my stop loss aggressively, but whenever it was getting close to the previous day low, I was already fine with the trade, so I went ahead and just closed my trade out, and I don't really care if it keeps running without me or not. Um, I just go for low hanging fruit, and then on the hourly, these are low hanging fruits on the hourly. So let me go ahead and clear all of this, and then I'm gonna show you on the higher time frame what I was looking at. So let me erase this. But if you look before I clear everything out, so this here, not only look at the time, it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I don't know what time FOMC. It's 2 o'clock. Yeah. So if you look, this is the FOMC high. Okay. And then we went down and we started chopping and stuff. And people will probably, breakout traders are gonna be like, oh shoot, we're going up. Well, we're not. We're just sweeping liquidity. So this is the FOMC high. We swept liquidity. Not only that, look at this. This is a 90-minute cycle. It's time-based liquidity. I'm telling you. Once you understand time-based liquidity, man, everything, the way that you see it, time-based liquidity, and then on a high, on a um, like on a high level, if you understand the market maker model, it's gonna let you understand When the algo goes into a buy program, it lets you understand when the algo is going to go into a sell program. So, but if you look at everything here, look at all this, man. Look, this whole morning we're just going up, we're going up, we're going up. This is all trend line liquidity. Look at all this. This is all liquidity, all of it, and we're just going up. We're just going up. So on the higher time frame, we're really just retracing, right? On the higher time frame. And then this morning, we let these equal lows. Yeah, there was an SMT down here. There was SMT with this low. So this was what? 931, right? So 931 ES and NQ, they dropped, but they stopped right here. And then Dow Jones came and took previous day low. The reason why I was not leaning towards this is because one, it leaves. Why would it just randomly stop here, right? It leaves equal lows. This is equal lows right here. And then two, I saw all of this up move as manipulation, right? And then I'm gonna drop to the higher time frame, and I'm gonna let you see exactly what led me to this short. So I'm gonna go to the hourly time frame. All right, hourly time frame. Okay, so the hourly time frame, if you look, we took this previous week's high. Remember, I showed you about time-based liquidity. Previous week's high. What am I going to target? I'm going to target previous week's low. Previous week's low is all the way down here, right? So I'm not immediately going to start looking for shorts. Okay. So the next day we swept previous week's high. We retraced. We took buy side again, and then we took buy side again right here, right? Then we created this SMT, here, and then we created this other SMT right here. So we have double SMT. We took buy side here, and we took previous week's high. Then we disrespected this CIBI or BISI. We disrespected this. This becomes an inverse fair value gap, okay? And then we stop here, and then we're slowly retracing on the hourly time frame. Do I know that it's gonna dump from here? No, I don't know. This is just a point of interest, okay? I'm I'm looking for a point of interest, which this is a point of interest for me. I don't know when it's gonna dump, right? But today's FOMC, we keep retracing up, and all of these lows here that is just it's just sell side liquidity, okay? So, anyways, um, this was the point of interest, and then right here, this candle here, and then this candle here, this wick up here, this was the SMT with Dow Jones. So I'll look for some form of SMT. This is a big SMT there. Now I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute time frame again. And you see how we're just slowly retracing up, retracing up. So I'll look at all of these lows, all of these lows. So we sweep again, we sweep the FOMC high. This is CSD. CSD, look at my video. I made a video on CSD. It's right there. And there was SMT at these highs here. So this high, originally, to be honest, my stop loss should be at the SMT high. Okay, I didn't put it all the way up there because if I got stopped out, that's just my fault, right? You're supposed to put your stop loss wherever the SMT high is, because I know for sure this high should be protected, right? But I mean, I left it up here because that's just the way that I believed. I didn't want to stop loss that big, okay? I didn't want to stop loss that big. And then this is a breaker here. So I put it right here, right where that breaker was at, and then at that time frame, whenever it was retracing up, there was another SMT right here on the smaller time frame, and then that's whenever you start seeing it dump. Whenever we created another smaller SMT here, but this is you see how it starts going up, then where I labeled order block, this is CSD again, because if you look at this candle and look how this candle here closed more bearish from this one, right? So right there, this tells you that we closed. This tells you right there that the order flow is changing again. Look at that. You see how this candle closed below this candle? The order flow changed right there. And then what does this candle do? Look at the wick. Look at the wick. It goes, it touches it, it rebalances, and then it just immediately starts dumping again. I mean, just look into it. On your own time, look into this stuff. I mean, I, this is how I know there's an algo. It works for me. Um, I'm gonna make some other videos, breaking down time and some other stuff. So hopefully you learned some stuff from this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe.